Hello! You are watching the Video Voters Guide, organized by the League of Women Voters of Portland. All candidates who filed for this race were invited to participate in the Video Voters Guide. However, there are many reasons during a campaign why a candidate may be unable to appear. For comprehensive coverage by the League, including information on candidates who might not have been available for a video interview, visit vote411.org. Information is available in both English and Spanish. Candidates may choose to include additional information on Vote 411, such as their own YouTube videos. Watch, share, and be an informed voter.
Hello, this is Haley McLaughlin from the League of Women Voters of Portland, and with me today is Julie Frediani, running for the Gresham-Barlow School District at Large Position 4 in the May 18th special election. Welcome, Julie.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
What does being a supporter of public education mean to you?
Well, it's really been my whole life. So I went to school wanting to become a teacher, and I spent over 30 years in the classroom. Just retired last year and am doing a K-1 cohort during the pandemic and also substitute teaching for limited in-person instruction at Hollydale Elementary. And so my kids went through public school. I have 3 boys, grown boys, and I've been involved in the public school system I went to public school in the Gresham area, so pretty much all my life. I've advocated for public schools and the students that attend them.
What do you think is the biggest challenge facing our public schools right now, and what is your plan to address it?
I think, of course, the biggest challenge is the pandemic, and my plan to address it would be to be really cognizant of kids coming back in and teachers coming back in with what they've gone through with their mental health and depression, and not being able to care for their social emotional well-being, and also possibly being not to grade level coming back. And so school next year needs the staff and the counselors and everyone needs to be ready for that and ready to take kids where they're at and educate them and care for them from maybe a different point than we have before. So my plan would be that was thoroughly discussed and strategies were implemented so that kids were successful in school and felt safe and ready to learn.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
How are our schools planning to ensure that students graduate with the knowledge and skills they need to be college and career ready?
Well, I think that there are a lot of different programs that help kids learn the skills that they need to be able to have the study skills they need for college, or the curriculum that's presented would cause them to learn and be ready for college. There's also, I don't think college is the end all be all. And I think that the Cal Center is a good thing that we have that puts kids on a specialized career path. And so just making sure that there's good pathways and good programs that steer kids in the right directions that are personally right for them. And I know that Mountain Hood Community College is looking into maybe getting involved more with the elementary schools and making sure that kids are ready to go to college or the career-based programs they have available there. So maybe partnering more with the community colleges.
What district actions do you believe would be most effective at reducing the learning gaps of minority students? Are there partnerships you could use to help reduce minority learning gaps?
Okay, I believe that we need to hire more teachers of color so that kids can see themselves in their teachers. One way to do that is to partner with Stanford Children, who that organization is working on legislation to make sure that the gains that we have made in hiring more teachers of color are not lost in cuts and things like that. And so I think that that's a really important step. And also implementing strategies that work for all kids of all backgrounds so that they can learn how they feel most comfortable.
How will you help students heal from the trauma of COVID-19? The losses, quarantines, economic instability, online learning, etc.
I would help students heal by hopefully hiring more counselors or getting more organizations that could be school-based in our schools, and so that there are more support systems for students and families. We already support students and families by providing food resources. A lot of times we have, I know that many schools have clothing closets. We also have the SUN program, and which kids can go after school and be supported in their academics and then also socially, emotionally. So making sure that those programs aren't cut, and that actually more programs like that are brought into our communities and our schools, and being aware that I think teachers and staff are very aware that kids come from so many different places, and there is going to be hurt and trauma, and they lost a grandparent, or they lost even a mom or a dad, and we have all gone through that with kids and families and walked that painful journey with them, and I've done that quite a few times, because our families at school and our kids at school, they become an extended family, and we care about them beyond academics. We care about them in any way that affects them emotionally and causes them possibly to not be able to learn. So,
thank you, Julie, for joining us today. I want to remind our viewers that the special district election will be Tuesday, May 18th. As with all elections in Oregon, we will be voting by mail. The last day to register is Tuesday, April 27th. Ballots will be mailed beginning Wednesday, April 28th, and must be received by Tuesday, May 18th at 8 p.m. Postmarks do not count, so please plan to mail early or use a drop-off site. Additional information about races and other election information is available at the league-sponsored website, vote411.org. Please be an informed voter and share this resource with your family and friends. This is Haley McLaughlin with the League of Women Voters of Portland. Thank you for joining today.